All right, folks. Today we're going to be planting some tomatoes. It's our first planting of the cherry tomatoes that we're going to be planting in this greenhouse number 2. Just wanted to show a little bit about what I'm putting in the transplant holes. Nothing complicated here. I don't have irrigation or a well dug yet. That's in the plans, but we only bought this farm 2 months ago and I haven't had the time nor the money to get that done. So I have a pump down. If you look down, well, I want to show them down over the hill here. Down over the hill there's a pond, and I'm pumping water up from that pond. It's probably about 300 yards away there. I have a little Honda pump there with a 2-inch line that I'm running water up, and I cut my end off just to fill these buckets so I have water to hand dip into my holes. So it's not by any means a professional operation here yet, but we're improvising. But what I have in my starter solution here, it looks like a pile of muck here, but I have 2 different products in here. Actually, sorry, 3 different products. I have a product called Root Shield that's going to help keep the disease off the roots that are going in. Put them in the transplant holes before we put the tomatoes in there. I also have a high phosphorus water soluble. It's a 1445 with micros water soluble. Phosphorus is very important to start for early root growth and cold soils. It's very important to have some phosphorus in there, and I want to get these tomatoes up and started real fast. So definitely want to have that in the hole, because I probably won't water these for 5, 6, 7 days after I get them stuck in the hole here and get them set. And then the third thing is a product called Fertilizer GZ, and that's a biostimulant that is going to have, has root stimulants in them. It has humic fulvic acids in it, and it's got amino acids to fight stress. And so it's the most powerful root starter that I know of on the market, and actually I think it's the one used most in the world, actually. Around the world. So what I did here is I made a mother solution. This is very generic, but I just made a mother solution for what I want for the house. And then what I'm going to do is just mix this all up, and I'm going to dump equal amounts in all my buckets, and then I'll have my kids helping me pour about a pint's worth of this in each hole that the transplant water goes into. So I just want to make sure that none of that water's soluble dissolved into the bottom there. I mean, none's left on the bottom, because I want to get a nice even mix there. But basically, I just want to get, so this is my mother mix, and I just want to get a nice even dose everywhere here. That other bucket there that's dirty is actually leftover water. I would dump it out, but I got to pump more water when I run out here, so I'm trying to conserve. And that was, we were planting some flowers yesterday, and that's just some potting soil that's in there. I'm dumping it in my holes anyway, so the plant's not going to really care if a little bit of potting soil is in there. So I'm just saving water here, because when I run out of this, I've got to run down to the pond and start my pump so I can do it again. So today we're trying to get in about 1,400 cherry tomato plants in this house. It's a 200-foot house, 32-foot wide. All these houses are the same. This one here's a heated house. We're in April, so we're going to heat this as needed, basically up through into middle of May. Even beyond that if we need to, but we want to push these plants, so we want to keep these temperatures nice and warm in there, and really push them as best we can. So yeah, I think I got to put 2 in this one yet. So there's nothing too scientific about this. I just want to get a nice mix in each one there, and then I'll stir these up before we put them in the holes. But basically, one of my children come along and get a scoop like this, and basically put about 8 ounces or so into each hole. I'll let that soak in, and then we plant the plant in there, cover it up, and that's it. Let that go, let it get established from there. It'll take 4, 5, 6 days before I water the next time, probably. And that depends if it gets hot and sunny, or if it stays cloudy like this. Might not have to water as quick. So that kind of just depends on the weather. So, all right, we'll catch you later.